Hello and namaste. I am Harshala and I welcome you to my channel. So this is like editing Harshala. Yesterday night I sat and like edited the whole video, and then I found out that there is no intro and no outro to this video. So here I am like introducing myself. So in this video I will be talking to you guys about my reading experience about the War of Lost Hearts. There are 3 books in the series. The Daughter of No Worlds, Children of Fallen Gods, and Mother of Death and Dawn. So yeah, 3 books, all the books I read on my Kindle Unlimited. If that is something that I missed talking during the video, yeah, you can also read them on Kindle Unlimited. Also, if you have a Audible subscription, it is available for like on Audible Plus, all the 3 books, so you don't have to like purchase the books or give away your credits. It is available in the Plus catalog. So I hope that you enjoy this video. It's Wednesday night and I did film a video today. It is like my top 10 from 2023, and I haven't posted any video since 2024 started, and this is like the first vlog that I have started, but I don't see it going anywhere much because we're still recovering, we're still at home pretty much. But I have been reading and I have finished how many? 4 5 books, I'm not sure. I think more than 4 books at least, and currently I'm reading the War of Lost Hearts series. So I think there are 3 books in the series, and the series follows the journey of a girl named Tisana, who was a slave. Like she was a very young girl, around 10-11 when she was taken, and even her her entire village or her tribe was taken, and her mother was also taken, but they were taken to some mines or somewhere like where they dig and all, but she was taken by a lord, and yeah, she somehow buys herself like with gold over a course of 8 years. Like she works hard and she collects the money that her lord demands, and then so this entire series is like a romantic fantasy romantasy, that is what they call it. So far I have only read one entire series when it comes to fantasy, and I did not love the series. But I have to say, even though this book, like this series, I am at what percentage? Okay, so I'm reading the first book from the War of Lost Hearts, and I am 48% in. I'm on chapter 32. So I wanted to take my time to understand what is going on before coming and talking to you guys, because this book is amazing. Okay, I have to say that, because I see myself giving it at least a 4-star, because I love the characters. The characters are so interesting. Like this girl Tisana, she is so strong, like so freaking strong, and our guy's name is Maxentarius, I think, and his sarcasm is like world apart. Okay, I have not seen such a sassy male character. He is not exactly, we cannot call him grumpy, but I love his sarcasm. And the only complaint so far is, obviously I love dual point of view books, and this is not a dual point of view, at least by now. Like I am 48% in, so I don't think that this is a dual point of view book. The story is written in Tisana's point of view, and the world building is little bit difficult. Like there was I started reading this book and then I stopped at around chapter 20-21, and then when I picked up this book today and I started reading chapter 22, I did not understand the chapter 22 at all, because it was kind of a war scene, and there were a lot of words that were specific to the story, like specific to the world, and I just could not connect or couldn't understand at all. So yeah, I think that it is not easy to understand. Like when it comes to they go on fights, I actually said war, but it was not kind of war. It was some kind of situation they were dealing with magic and all. So when they deal with those kind of stuffs, it is slightly difficult to understand when there is a lot happening. Okay, when our 2 main characters are there. So basically Max is her teacher. Okay, he's teaching her, he's training her, and Tisana is her language is broken because obviously she came from a different place where her language was different, and now here they follow the language of Aaron. So there are very sweet moments, there are very funny moments. I will say that most part of this book, I found it hilarious, like especially when Max's sarcasm, comes in picture. So far I'm really liking it. I love the characters, okay. The only reason I pushed through even when I couldn't understand was because I love Max and Tisana's, chemistry they have. And so far nothing has happened. 48% in, like there is no romance angle involved so far, but this book is like really long, okay. It has around 80 chapters and then an epilogue. So yeah, it has 80 chapters and an epilogue. And by the way, I'm reading it on Kindle Unlimited because being an Indian, a book lover or a book reader in India, life sucks, okay. We don't get most of the books. I hate this fact, okay. I so badly, like after chapter 15, I was desperately searching all the websites available, like every, even the black websites that were available, the websites that sell black books. I was like searching, like I just wanted a physical copy so badly, but it is just not available, and the book that is available is for like 1300 for a paperback, which is not so worth it. Like I can pay not more than 600 for a book, and that also like 600-700 I pay for a hardcover. Hey guys, I am so happy right now. So finally I reached the part 2 of the book, and I actually didn't realize that there was a part 1 written, but then I went ahead and then I saw that yes, there was a part 1. So the first part is still where Tisana is like dealing with her own stuff and giving her exam to get into order of midnight, and the part 2 starts with Max's point of view, and I was so freaking excited. Like I was so freaking excited, guys, because like that I love dual point of view, especially when it is a romance book. I need dual point of view, and as soon as I read that the second part has Max's point of view, like it is not like just like the book, which was that? Yeah, Still Beating. It was. Can you even imagine रात के 1 बज रहे and there is one honking on the streets which are extremely empty. Okay. So yeah, the part 2 has Max's, like some chapters are in Max's point of view, some are in Tisana's point of view. So yeah, that got me like really happy. So now I see myself giving this book a 4-star, because till now the story is freaking intriguing. And when you saw, like we went out to the mall, so while we were commuting in the rickshaw, I actually ended up reading a very important scene, like a very important part about what exactly happened to Max's family. Oh my god, I was not ready for it, guys. Like I thought that maybe during some battle or some kind of war, his family might have like lost their lives. But this plot twist, I had goosebumps. I was my jaw was on the floor, and Ira was like, what happened, why are you reacting like that? And then I actually made her read those lines, like that one sentence. It shook me to my core, guys. Like it didn't make me cry, but it just gave me a lot of heebie-jeebies. Like it was very dark, okay. It was very dark. So yeah, I am loving this book, and just because this book is a dual point of view, I see it like myself giving it a 4-star. I don't know like what the second or the third book is getting from me, but till now I feel that yeah, this book is getting a 4-star, because even though there are a lot of things that could have been better, like when it comes to world building and when it comes to those battles or wars, I think that this book is really good, and I love the characters and Max's point of view. Oh my god, it is like it for me. I am really happy. I'm at page 497 and there are just 510 pages, so I think around 15 pages are left. I'm 97% in right now, and yeah, so far I really like the book, and I am just like waiting for their, like I think there is going to be a plot twist, because there is a second and a third part as well. And so far, like whatever they have shown, like there is a war, a kind of battle that might be happening in the second book. So yeah, I am really intrigued, and I'm just going to go dive, like after reading this I'm straight away going to the second book. So that is what I have to say, because I have spoken a lot about the book 1. I want to still give you my reactions or whatever I like about this book when it comes to book 2 and book 3 as well. And then I want to summarize the entire series instead of one single book. And I'll obviously give collective ratings for all the books. So far I'm loving it. Like, I did not like the Folk of Air series that much. Like, after reading Folk of Air, I was like, I really need to read something else, and I did pick up 2 dark romance books. But so far I'm liking this series, like this book, and I don't think that I really need to read something else to get myself in the mood of reading again. This book is really interesting. Okay, it is a bit lengthy. Like, the first book was 520 pages. I have no idea how many pages or even the title of the second book, but yeah, Daughter of No Worlds was like a big thumbs up from me. I will definitely suggest that you guys pick up this series. Okay, so I finished the book, and the second book I literally just like started. I'm on chapter 1, and the second book is called Children of Fallen Gods. And what I absolutely love about this book is, like, and the author is, one, the books, like the first and even the second book so far, like I have like read like just one page, and I read the prologue too, and I really love her writing. Okay, her writing is so good, like so freaking good. And another thing that I love about this second book is that it literally started where the first book left off, which I absolutely love. Like, I have read like a few books where there are parts and they generally have a time jump, but this one doesn't. Like, it literally, they are still on the ship where they were in the last chapter in book 1, and that is like so not really confusing, like very easy to understand. Even though I did tell you guys that the world building was little bit difficult to understand for me, at least. I don't know about you guys, how easy it is for you guys, but yeah, that was the case. Like, there was this one battle scene that was a little bit difficult to understand, because I felt that the battle was full on and the world building was not that intense, so I couldn't understand most of it. But apart from that, 80 chapters in one book in 520 pages read, I can see that the book is really very easy to understand, and you are gonna fall in love with all the characters. Like, I love Max's character so much, and even his best friend Samarine. I am not sure how his name is pronounced, but we'll just call him Samarine. So Samarine's character is also good, and all the characters, okay, even when you hate them, they are not plain characters. Okay, there is something or the other to their own, like they bring out something in themselves that makes them interesting. And I think the only character that was lacking somewhere was Tisana's, but then she was a slave, guys. What do you expect? Like, she was a slave since she was 12, and she really didn't have a childhood. She didn't have her own personality, but even then she, I think, has exceeded my expectations, and I find her character lovable. So I don't care what anyone else says, but from me, this book and the series is really interesting. So let's read. I'm not gonna show you guys a montage of me reading, because I'm just literally reading on my phone on Kindle app, so it doesn't make really sense, and I am going to like shut off all the lights and then read. I will catch up with you guys when there is a major development, like the note on which the first book ended. I was like, holy mother of God. I was hoping that the character of Noora was going to create some problem, but then that he went ahead and then he literally did what he's best at, and I did not expect it coming. Okay, the epilogue was like it was unexpected. Somewhere I was hoping that the queen in the book is a child, okay, so I was really hoping that she gets a book of her own. If not her book, she gets, like, I wanted to see her grow up. Maybe if she gets a book of her own, I will be really happy to read. But the epilogue of book 1, I don't think that is happening anymore. I am not giving out spoilers, okay, so I hope that you guys, you know, are really interested in reading this book, and I'm not boring you guys with my random talks. I'll see you guys when something major happens, or I'll see you guys in the morning, because it is what, 1:15. I'll read for some time, maybe till 3, and then I'll go to sleep. I'm catching up after I think one night. So yesterday night I did not read Children of Fallen Gods because the book is freaking 630 pages and I just got overwhelmed. Like 630 pages, I was not mentally or emotionally prepared to, you know, commit myself to a 630 pages book. And I don't think I have read so far, like in my entire life I've read such a huge book, like more than 500 pages. Like the only 500 pages book that I read was the book 1 from the same series, that is The Daughter of No Worlds. And yeah, I just got overwhelmed. But I did pick up this book today, and I am like, I just started the chapter 4 and I stopped. And it is not because the book is bad, it is because I am surprised. So far we just had like 2 main characters, Tisana and Max and Tarius. So yeah, I did go ahead and, you know, I do follow the author, and I checked out her highlights for how to pronounce the names, and she did say that it is not Max and Tarius, it is Max and Tarius and Tisana. And there is this new character, like earlier we never had, like Zerith is another character, and his point of view was not shown in book 1, but he had a major like significant part to play when it came to the epilogue of the book 1. And this is like certainly new. There is this new character and her name is pronounced as Afa, though it spells as Efe. The character is pronounced as Afa. And yeah, so far I'm 28 pages in, and this is a new chapter, and I have no idea who she is, but I have this hunch that this character is just somehow related to Reshe. I don't know why. I have like, I'm getting this feeling, so I don't want to spoil, and I'm not going to tell you guys that I'm right or wrong, but yeah, that is what I'm feeling so far. And just because this book is 630 pages and I haven't read, you know, such a huge book. The only book that I read, you know, earlier, which was more than 500 pages, was like the part 1 from this same series. And honestly, I am so freaking grateful that I do not have a physical hard copy. I have this ebook, because if it was a hard copy or a physical copy of the book, I would have like DNF'd, or I would have chickened out. That is the only reason I did not pick up or read the Harry Potter series, because when you see huge books, I just get anxious. I don't know why. So we are gonna work on that. But coming back to reading, I think so far, like the book 1 was all about Tisana and her journey to, you know, free the place that she came from, Thrall, out of slavery, and she did succeed in that in book 1. And book 2 was supposed to be about this, you know, battle or kind of war that was going to take place in Ara. This is the place where Tisana comes to, where Max and Tarius is. So that was the supposed plot, but the epilogue from book 1 like changed everything. And now we are in chapter 4, and in chapter 3 like things change so much, so freaking much. And I don't know, like the plot is that anymore. Like this is like plot twist in the beginning of the book, okay, and I am really interested. Like I have to, like I want to get through at least 150 pages like tonight, so that, you know, I get back into this this book. Yesterday night I did, you know, sit down and edit my 2024 reset. If you haven't checked out that video, I will share the link in the description box below. I don't know after how long I'm talking to you guys, but yeah, I did finish the book 2, that was the Children of Fallen Gods, and now I'm on like book 3, that is Mother of Death and Dawn. The one thing that I did was, because these are like huge books, okay, chunky books, 500, 600, now like almost 700 pages books, more than 700 pages books. I desperately, like in the middle of book 2, I was so freaking pissed. Like I just wanted to give up, because I have, like, obviously I have like a goal of reading 12 books a month, and with these chunky books you cannot, okay, you just cannot read like, say 12 books a month when you're reading a 700 freaking pages book. So what I did was, I like took Audible subscription in December. I did take it, then I didn't renew it for January. And after so much of like literally matha fodi, after a lot of like head banging, I realized that none of my cards are working because they are all expired. And the one that I have like really right now with me, I just went then to the ATM and I reactivated it. Then it took like 4 more hours to get my order confirmed, like order processed, my Audible order processed. And then I got the Audible subscription, and the first thing that I did was to download Children of Fallen Gods, the second book, and I like played it between 1.8 to 2x, like the speed, and literally like flew through the book, because I was desperately in need of, you know, some kind of speed, because with me I cannot, you know, I just cannot. I got so anxious that I won't be able to finish this book. Like it took a good amount of time, okay, 4 days it took, like 4 nights, not days, 4 nights it took. And I was so pissed. In between I was like, I am like even I don't even want to read a book. That being said, coming back to book 3. So in book 2, what happened is Max and Tisana were separated. Basically the fairy or the fae attacked the human world, and Tisana and Max were separated. Max is in prison in book 3, like entirety nahi. I think first 20 pages of book 3 pages nahi, first 20 chapters of book 3, Max is like imprisoned and he's lost half his memories. Tisana has like lost her powers, barely there, like she's barely hanging on to a thin thread. But now the story of Ava, yeah, the name is very confusing, okay. Ava and Cadwan were like almost on the verge of being a couple in like book 2, but in book 3, like there is a lot of them, and like both these love stories kind of, I will not say just, it is not a purely romance book, but there is a lot of romance. Both these couples are like both the stories are in the same time period, like because they are fae, okay, Eva and Cadwan are fae. So the story that happened in book 2 was 500 years ago, like 500 freaking years ago, okay. So that is a long time. But now the fae and the humans are in the same time period, and there is definitely going to be a war. Like there is going to be a war between fae and the humans, and the war is like what can we say, it is started by, like this time the war has been started between the, like by the fae. Cadwan started the war because obviously the humans were horrible to them. But I'm not giving away much. I am at page like I am on book 3 chapter 21 on page number 167, and finally after 20 freaking chapters, Max and Tisana, I see them like meeting. If you're reading this book, I'm not giving away much, like they are like gonna meet. This is what, because Tisana and Samarine are also heading north with Ishka, and Max and his brother Brian is also like heading north in the same place, Threl. So I am hoping like there is going to be a betrayal. Like I can feel it, I can sense it, but I don't know. Another surprise was like completely off the covers was like Brian, Max's brother, he comes to save him and he is like taking him along. But there was this scene, I did not expect it. Like, oh my god, I was like, oh my god, how I like we even don't see it coming, because it is not like what happened, it was like Brian's reaction to that situation. I was like, he's such a, like Max was like really ascended above. Really, Brian, he was like, he mirrored my reaction. So yeah, and I just see like first 20 chapters Max was not like barely there. Max's sarcasm, I missed it so freaking much. But now that we are here, I know that he's coming back to life, and he doesn't still remember what has happened, how his family died and what powers he held. Like he just remembers what happened till he enlisted in the military or the army. After that he doesn't remember anything, like the training, how he helped in the war and everything that happened. So yeah, and Noora, she's such a bitch, okay? She is such a bitch. Like Zerid died, he deserved it, okay? I didn't feel anything at all. The only thing that I disliked about this whole series is it is so freaking depressive, and you don't even feel sad, you just feel frustrated after some period of time. Like it is very sad. There is not even a flicker of happiness. It just keeps getting sad. And I can see why so many people DNF this series or this book. Like after book 2, I think in between book 2 also, like there were moments like I felt like DNFing it, because when you are reading a 600 pages long book, you need a lot of elements, not just one emotion. Like it was so tense and so depressing, so sad, and at the same time it was not even making me feel sad, okay? Like you feel sad sometimes, you feel like, oh no shit. Those were not the reactions that I was giving. But yeah, due to the help of Audible, I flew through, and now I'm loving the book. Like I so freaking want Afa and Cadwan to have a happily ever after. Like I am rooting for it, but the way all the other books have ended, I don't see this happening. I don't know why. Like I have this hunch ki the author is going to like fuck this up. Like I just reading so many pages, I want them to be a couple. Like Max and Tisana, they are like top tier. They are always gonna be my favorite couple, okay? They are always gonna have that place, at least for the year of 2024. They are gonna have that place in my heart. But Afa and Cadwan, please, okay? I have begged, I have talked a lot. Now let me get back to reading. Yeah, it's me again, and here I am like reviewing the books for you. So if you ask me about the Children of Fallen Gods, I will give it a 4-star, because I absolutely loved the book, even though it was like slightly lengthy. Like the entire series, the books are like very long, but I loved the book. I had so many high expectations from the book 2, which is Children of Fallen Gods, and I was so excited when there was Afa's character like introduced, and somewhere I felt like the author quite stretched the book. Like it could have been shorter, or many more elements would have been involved in the book, but they did not involve it. So I somewhere was disappointed, and I will give Children of Fallen Gods, that is the book 2, a 3-star. But it is not a bad book, and it did not made me drop the series. The third book in the series is Mother of Death and Dawn, and the 20 chapters of the entire book, like first, were so exciting. Like I was like hooked. I knew what was gonna happen somewhere. Like I had a hunch, but it was not predictable. It was something that was like general. Like you knew that Max is our hero, so he's gonna come out. So those were the basic things, but you couldn't guess the plot till the end, like what was gonna happen. But somewhere I felt like Max and Tisana got what they deserved, okay? Like their ending was very happy, but Afa and Cadwan deserved a happy ending, or if not happy, at least a better ending. Like I felt somewhere like whatever happened with them in the end, it was like abrupt, and somewhere I was disappointed, but it was not a bad book, okay? The only thing is that there could have been more of it. Like I am this person who is like greedy when it comes to this series. I wanted more of Afa and Cadwan. I wanted more of Samarine. I wanted more of Moth. I wanted more of Noora. I wanted more of even the Queen. Like I told you guys, I wanted another like book, or maybe somewhere in the series mention about her, but I wanted like something more of her, not just mention of her. So yeah, I wanted more from the Fae world that is there. And somewhere I feel that how the series ended for Afa and Cadwan, it did not satisfy me. When it comes to Max and Tisana, I'm happy. Okay, I liked it. So I'll give it again a 3.5 stars. I think, because more than that I cannot. I don't think. And for the entire series, The War of Lost Hearts, I'll give it a 3.5 stars. I gave the Folk of Air series a 3 star. I'll give it a 3.5 stars because it is not a young adult book. So there is, everything intense and everything more. So, you feel more. So, yeah, like even the tense situation was more. So it did make me feel tense and, stressed little bit. So I was like very intrigued in the story and the character building. Oh my god. The depth of all the characters, I loved it. Okay, I personally loved it. I don't know what others liked or loved, but I personally loved the series. Like, if you ask me, like, my top 2 couples from this year, Max and Tisana will always like make it to the top of the list. That being said, I think that is all from my side. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below if you have any queries about this series or any of the books or any other thing that you want me to read or any other series that you want me to read. Yeah, that's it from my side. I will see you in my next video. Until next time, stay flawsome.